They vanished without a trace to innocent children. The community rallied. A fundraiser was born. But when the money meant to find, Lilly and Jack showed up under someone else's name, everything changed. This case is more than mystery, it's betrayal. If you believe in truth, justice, and keeping their story alive, hit subscribe. Help us reach 1,000 so we can keep investigating what others won't. It began with a call no parent ever wants to make. On the morning of May 2, 2025, Malehya Brooks-Murray reported her two children, 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan, missing from their home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia. According to Malehya, the siblings had been resting at home, recovering from a cold, when they seemingly vanished without a sound around. Within hours, the RCMP launched one of the most intense child search operations in the province's history, deploying search teams, drones, polygraphs, and door-to-door interviews. But despite a massive effort, days passed, and then the search was scaled back. As fear and heartbreak spread, the community turned its pain into purpose. A fundraiser was launched online, drawing support from across Nova Scotia and beyond. Thousands donated, hoping to aid search efforts, print flyers, and boost awareness through social media. The message was clear: help bring Lilly and Jack home. But behind the goodwill, something darker was brewing. But then, the whispers began. Rumors swirled that money from the fundraiser meant to help find two missing children was quietly redirected, not to search teams, not to outreach, but into a private account under the name Cheryl. Questions exploded. Was it a mistake or a betrayal? And was Malehya behind it all? In the weeks following Lilly and Jack's disappearance, the fundraiser gained momentum, thousands raised in a matter of days. But soon, the narrative began to shift. Online forums lit up with questions. Where was the money really going? Then came the leak. Whistleblowers close to the campaign claimed they'd seen internal bank records, and one name kept appearing: Cheryl, listed as the beneficiary of transferred funds. The trust that once bound a grieving community, now cracking wide open. Malehya Brooks-Murray was known in her community as a devoted mother and an active member of the Mi'kmaq Nation. Relatives describe her as gentle, soft-spoken, and deeply caring. But after Lilly and Jack vanished, something changed. According to reports from her father's household, Malehya grew emotionally distant and, shockingly, left the family home just one day later. Experts suggest this grief may have evolved into distrust and desperation, a drive to control not just the search, but the flow of information and money surrounding the case. Was she protecting her family or hiding something more? Then there's Cheryl, a figure shrouded in ambiguity. Allegedly, she became the recipient of the transferred fundraiser money. Some say Cheryl was a close friend or trusted assistant helping with the campaign. Others whisper of a more complex legal or business connection to Malehya. Yet, no one is quite sure what role Cheryl truly played. Was she an unwitting participant, or a key player in a deeper web of deception? In response to mounting questions, the RCMP issued a statement, confirming no formal allegations of financial wrongdoing yet. However, investigators have seized phones, computers, and bank records under court orders. Interviews have expanded beyond Malehya and Cheryl to include fundraiser organizers and close contacts, with polygraph tests still ongoing for key individuals. Meanwhile, the province has offered a public reward of $150,000, not specifically for information about the funds, but to uncover any leads in the search for Lilly and Jack. The investigation continues, with no detail too small to escape scrutiny. Just when it seemed the investigation could yield answers, leaked bank records revealed Cheryl's name, shocking organizers and investigators alike. Then came the financial documents leaked to the press and verified by insiders. Over $75,000 had been raised within the first 2 weeks of the fundraiser, but shockingly, nearly 40% of those funds were diverted, transferred, late at night to an account under Cheryl's name. No prior authorization had been given by the fundraiser team, and no clear explanation was provided. I was appalled to see the funds shifted. This was public money raised for the children, said one organizer, who wished to remain anonymous for fear of reprisal. These irregularities sent ripples of outrage through the community, raising serious questions about who was controlling the money and why. Facing mounting scrutiny, Malehya issued a press statement denying any wrongdoing. She claimed the funds were transferred to Cheryl's account for administrative help and safekeeping measures taken to protect the donations. The public response was sharply divided. Many sympathized with her grief and believed in her intentions, but others saw betrayal, fueling outrage and distrust. Online, hashtags exploded. Justice for Lilly rallied supporters, while hashtag Fund Scandal and hashtag Cherylgate became rallying cries for those demanding accountability. The court of public opinion was now as fierce as any legal battle. As suspicion deepened, the RCMP escalated their investigation. A specialized forensic accounting team was brought in to dissect the complex financial trail. Both Cheryl and Malehya were subpoenaed to testify under oath, signaling the seriousness of the probe. Search warrants were authorized to seize digital devices and examine banking records in detail. Investigators also expanded polygraph testing not only on Malehya, but on Cheryl and key fundraiser organizers, probing every lead. Psychologists suggest Malehya's grief fueled intense emotional volatility, her desperation potentially driving risky decisions to reclaim control. Amid chaos, Cheryl's profile is less clear. She could be an opportunist exploiting trust or simply a gatekeeper caught in a larger scheme. Without conclusive evidence, their true roles remain shrouded in ambiguity, raising as many questions as answers. As of now, no formal charges have been laid against Malehya or Cheryl, though the investigation remains very much active. Authorities are meticulously reviewing every transaction, every lead, leaving no stone unturned. A spokesperson for the RCMP stated, "We have not ruled out any possibility. The financial investigation remains active, and our priority continues to be the safe return of Lilly and Jack." The unresolved cash scandal has complicated an already tragic case, eroding public trust and casting a shadow over the search for answers. For a community desperate for closure, the question lingers: will justice and the truth ever fully come to light? The emotional toll rippled far beyond the immediate family. Many fundraiser donors felt deeply betrayed, their faith in grassroots efforts shaken by the scandal. Lilly and Jack's biological father and grandmother publicly expressed profound grief, worsened by the revelations surrounding the missing funds. In response, local fundraising organizations moved quickly to implement stricter oversight and transparency measures, determined to protect future campaigns from similar breaches. For a community already fractured by loss, healing remains a distant hope. Did Cheryl act alone, or was she a pawn in a larger game? Was Malehya under immense mental duress or undue influence? Could the funds have been legitimately earmarked but poorly documented? And most importantly, does this financial scandal distract from the urgent search for Lilly and Jack, clouding the very case it was meant to support? These questions remain unanswered, hanging heavy over a story still far from closure. At the heart of this story lies one undeniable truth: the urgent mission to find Lilly and Jack must never be lost. If you have any information about the fund transfers or the case itself, please reach out to the RCMP or Crime Stoppers. Above all, the children's safety matters, not the fundraising missteps. Together, we keep hope alive.